Welcome back to C2 Novel and Vocab Week 14. Woo! Thank you everyone for joining me, and let's get started. If you've already watched my videos, go ahead and skip to the first word. But if this is your first week, stay and listen. So hello, my name is Miss Kimberly, and the goal of our session is to have students understand each word in our vocabulary workbook, and to be cognizant, which means to know of some phrases from our novel that may be difficult for us to understand. And I'll be here in this video to help you and guide you through it all. So what are we doing today? First, we'll be going over week 14 vocabulary. 2, go over extra example sentences. 3, in our next video, you'll be going over difficult phrases from our novel. And last, after both videos, you'll have to review and self-study. But why are we doing this, Miss Kimberly? Why do I have to watch this? It's because it's going to help you. First, we're going over week 14 vocabulary for vocabulary acquisition by learning the definition, synonym, antonym, and the part of speech of a word. This can significantly improve your reading comprehension and enhance your contextual usage. Basically meaning we're going to keep filling our word bank in our brain with more and more and more words. Next, we'll be going over extra example sentences, and this is to help with your writing variation. By looking at a variety of different example sentences with one specific vocabulary word, students can learn how to use the word in different sentence structures and make your writing a bit more interesting. So, without further ado, please go ahead and get your vocabulary workbook and turn to week 14, which is on page 116. Are you there? Good, let's start. Number 1, the word is record. Everyone say record. Oh, but Miss Kimberly, I thought this word was record. Yes, you are 100% correct. But here for today's word, we're looking at the noun version. So that is record. When you say record, that is like when we're recording something with our phones, like a video, and that is a verb. But today we're going to look at the word and say record. Everyone say record. The synonym is archive, and as I said before, the part of speech is a noun. The definition is a written account of something that is kept so that it can be looked at and used in the future. Basically meaning we wrote something down and then we're going to look at it later in the future or use it later. In our TED Talks, it says, World Bank records show that almost 13% of the world's population earned less than $2 a day in 2012. Oh, that's very little money for people to get a long time ago. But hopefully we don't make that little money anymore. So this is saying that this record, this little paper, or this their notes from before showed this statistic. Let's look at the example sentence. It says, the historian referred to ancient records to confirm facts about the artifact. So basically, we're looking at old records of what people wrote from a long time ago in order to figure it out. Like the picture above, that is probably a record of something from what people wrote long ago. Also, as I say every week, please do not forget your homework is also to rewrite the example sentence in this white box. So the one that we just read, the historian, that you have to write here. Okay, so let's go down here. It says she kept a record of all the books she read throughout the year. I used to do this when I was growing up also, because I like to have like a list of all the books that I read, so that at the end of the year, I was like, oh, wow, as a 5th grader, I was able to read this many books, and then I had all the titles and the author names. It might be something that you want to try and do too. You'll be surprised at how many books you read. The next one, it says, doctors must maintain a detailed medical record for every patient. Yes, when we go to our doctor, they always have a record of everything that we have gone through. So maybe oh, December of 2007, Kimberly had surgery. I don't know, I just made that up. But it's a record of having all of our information and what we've done in the past. Let's go to number 2. Everyone say financially. Financially. The synonym is monetarily, and it is an adverb. It means in a way that relates to money or how money is managed. So we have also here the word finance, which is about money. So financially is the way we say for adverb. Okay? Anything that's related to money or how it is managed. In our TED Talks, it says, he is trying to become financially independent. He does not want to rely on his family for money. So again here, financially dependent. So we're talking about only about money. We want to be independent, meaning I don't want to keep getting my allowance from my parents. I want to be able to do it by myself. Financially independent. Let's look at our example and read together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Being financially independent is important, so I try to manage my money wisely. Good. That means that we are not going to waste our money. If we see like a cool CD from the newest K-pop artist, we're not going to spend our money on that. Instead, we're going to save it for something else later that we actually need. Financially independent. Right now, I am financially independent. I make all my money and I spend it. I don't get money from my parents or anyone else. You right now may not be financially independent because you're still learning and you don't have a job yet, which is okay. Let's look here. It says she became financially independent after graduating and getting a job. So yes, after graduating university, later on when you guys get a job, that's when you can become financially independent. Next one, it says he saved money to ensure he will be financially stable in the future. Very good. So also here, to be financially stable, meaning not rocking around and not having problems with money, he had to save money and put it away sometimes. Financially stable. Number 3, everyone say interest. Interest. And this doesn't mean like, oh, I'm interested in books and dogs. This interest is something different, so pay close attention. It's a noun and it means money that is charged by a bank or other financial organization for borrowing money. For example, if I borrow money from someone and I have to pay it back, I don't just pay back how much I owed, but I had to add interest. So it's a percentage of how much I borrowed and I had to pay on top of that. So for example, say that I borrowed 100 M.I. from you. I don't just give you 100 M.I. back, but I have to give you interest. So maybe I will give you 110 M.I. Whew. Let's look at what our TED Talk says. It says when you borrow money from the bank, you have to pay it back with interest, an added fee for borrowing the money. So that's what we have here. Also, when you see a line like this here, and what it says after, this phrase is basically going to be defining the word before. So an added fee for borrowing money is what interest is here. Let's read our example together. 1, 2, 3. If you do not repay the money within the given time, your interest will rise. So say that again. Let's go back to my example with the 100 M.I. that I borrowed from you. And we promised each other that I would give it back in 2 weeks. But 2 months have passed. That means my interest will go up. And then I will probably have to give back 120 M.I. That's a lot of interest. Let's look here. It says the credit card company added interest to the unpaid balance. Again, since you didn't pay back the credit card, then you have to pay more money for interest. Next one, it says she researched different banks to find the best interest rate for her savings. So this is opposite. Some banks we can save money there, but then they'll give us some money back as like a reward for saving our money. Although this interest is very little, but it's still better than nothing. Number 4, everyone say invest. Invest. The synonym is devote, and our part of speech is a verb. It means to put money, effort, time, or etc., meaning so on and so forth, or something else, into something to make a profit or get an advantage. And we talked about profit, I believe, last week. Let me just double check. Yes, profit was our vocabulary word from last week. So this means to invest, to put money in something in order to get more money back, okay? Or time or effort, depending on how you look at it. In our TED Talks, it says he asked his friend to invest money in his new business. So say that I'm going to start, I don't know, a new business. Let's say I'm going to start a lemonade stand, but I don't have the money to buy the cup, the lemonade, the water, to make a table. So instead, I'll ask you, or someone rich with a lot of money, and I'll ask them, can you please invest in my business? So they will give me the money to start my lemonade stand, and then we'll get profit, and then I have to give money some back to them too. Next one, let's read the example. 1, 2, 3. Harry plans to invest in his education for his future career. So this invest is not money, right? Or it can be, but it's probably with time and effort. So Harry wants to invest in his education. Maybe he's going to study a lot, put some more time into going to the library or reading books so that he could have a better career later on. Let's look here. It says, parents often invest a lot of time and energy into their children's education. Yes, your parents are also investing a lot of time into you, right? So that you guys can have good education. Next one, it says, investing in your health by exercising and eating well is always a good idea. So here, we're putting in our effort and time into our health so that we become healthier by doing what? What do we spend our time with? By exercising and eating healthy food. Phew, let's put all that TED Talk words away. Record, financially, interest, invest. And now let's move on to our novel words. So number 5, the word is misery. Everyone say misery. The synonym is sorrow and the antonym is delight. The part of speech is a noun and it means great unhappiness. Misery. In our book, it says, Jessie had banged up to her room and tried to think of every way possible that she could make his life a living misery. So we're trying to make someone have super, super, super big sadness and sorrow. Not very nice. Example, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. She could not help but feel a sense of misery after losing her beloved pet. Oh no. So say that a pet had passed away. So then we're filled with misery, filled with a lot of sadness. So sad. Let's think about something else. It says here, he was filled with misery after hearing the sad news. So maybe something happened and now he's all sad and filled with misery. Next one, it says, she tried to hide her misery behind a smile, but everyone could see it. So even though she was smiling and trying to be happy, everyone knew that she was still hurting and being sad inside. Yikes. Ooh, number 6, everyone say ceramic. Ceramic. It's an adjective and it means made of clay and hardened by heat. So at home, you may even have some ceramic bowls or ceramic cups, who knows? In our book, it says, Jessie had smashed the ceramic heart that Daddy had given her because she was so mad that he had left them. So there's like a little heart that was made out of clay and that was hardened, but she smashed it out of anger. Next one. It says, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. This ceramic jug is nice, but it can shatter easily if you are not careful. So again, this is what a ceramic jug will also look like. And if you drop it, it may break. They are very fragile. Let's look here now. It says, the artist made a beautiful ceramic vase in her pottery class. I also take some pottery classes, and I have also made not a ceramic vase, but I made a ceramic cup and a ceramic plate and a ceramic bowl. Let's go to the next one. It says, she carefully painted a ceramic bowl as a gift for her friend. Yes, we can also go to like these little pottery places and just paint it for like a one-day class and buy it and give it to someone as a gift. Number 7, everyone say listing. Listing. It is a noun and it means a list because it has the word list in it, especially of an official or published list of people or things, often arranged in alphabetical order, meaning it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, blah, 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 blah. So a listing is just some kind of list that we have that is published for something. In our book, it says, she took down the school phone book and looked through the listings for both of last year's 3rd grade classes. And as you can see, there is a mistake. This should say, of course, CLASSES. So here, we don't really have these anymore, but there used to be a school phone book where it had all the the names and the phone numbers of all the students and the teachers, and she was looking through that to find all the 3rd graders from last year. But I don't think they have it anymore because it's a violation of our privacy. Next, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. The real estate agent showed her a listing of available houses in the area. So, as you can see in the picture above, a listing of different houses. So she's trying to go and buy a house. A real estate agent could be from a realtor. Okay? Over here, it says she checked the job listing every day for new opportunities. So here, it could be on the website or in the newspaper, but there are listings of jobs. So say that I wanted to work at, I don't know, a big company like Google. Then I looked up Google online and then I found a listing of all the jobs that they are hiring for. Next one, this may be a bit more relatable to you. It says the listing of students who made ACE Club was posted in the hallway. So as you can see also in our bulletin board at MI, there is a listing of everyone who is ACE Club or Student of the Month or Most Improved or Best Essay. Next one, number 8, everyone say banister. Banister. The synonym is a handrail, and it is a noun. It means a railing at the side of a staircase or balcony to prevent people from falling. So if you go down the stairs, there's always a handle, right? Where you can hold your hand, or not hold your hand, but you hold it to go down. That is also called a banister. In our book, it says, Megan leaned against the banister of the stairs and crossed her arms. So she's like standing on there and leaning on it. Let's read the next one. 1, 2, 3. I love the wooden banister, so I like to stare at it as I climb the stairs. Maybe it's really pretty. The one in the picture is. Over here, it says, she grabbed the banister to steady herself as she walked down the stairs. So maybe she's a bit clumsy and she doesn't want to fall, so she holds the banister as she goes down the stairs. It's very safe. Next one, it says, the hotel lobby had a grand staircase with a beautifully decorated banister. So yes, when you go to like a big hotel, they have very luxurious banisters. Some gold, some really shiny, some really sparkly. Number 9, everyone say showstopper. Showstopper. And the synonym is marvel, and the antonym is mediocrity. It's a noun and it means someone or something that is very impressive. It's kind of like they're so good and so cool that it stops the show, meaning showstopper. In our book, it says it was a showstopper, and boy, did people notice it. Let's read our example together. 1, 2, 3. The singer's stunning performance was an absolute showstopper because this singer was such a good singer, so it just like everyone was like, oh, wow. Here it says the wedding dress was a showstopper, stealing everyone's attention. So maybe you've been to a wedding and you saw like a really sparkly and pretty white wedding dress. Maybe it's a showstopper because everyone's like, wow, that's so impressive. It's so pretty. The next one, it says the fireworks display was the showstopper of the evening. So yes, when I'm recording right now, we did not have the fireworks show yet in Busan, but maybe when you're watching this, it has passed. But yes, awesome fireworks is a showstopper. Everyone just goes, wow, that's so impressive. Number 10, everyone say, slump, slump. The synonym is droop and the antonym is rise. It is a verb and it means to fall or sink suddenly. So if I'm sitting like this, but I slump down, I'm kind of like, I'm sinking. In our book, it says, would you look at all those fruit flies? Her shoulders slumped. So her shoulders were like this, but then she slumped down, meaning she lost some power in herself. Let's read the example together. 1, 2, 3. His shoulders slumped because he had to stay late to finish his work. Oh no. So maybe this man had to finish work at 6, but he had leftover work, so he had to stay longer, and maybe he had to stay till 8. So his shoulders slumped. He's so sad that he didn't want to work anymore. Here, it says, his grades started to slump when he stopped studying regularly. So this doesn't just have to be in our shoulders or our posture, but this can also be for grades and other inanimate things. Next one, it says, the heavy backpack made him slump forward as he walked. So I know some of you guys also have super heavy backpacks, and also with your heavy backpacks, you're not just going to walk all straight, but some of you slump forward because it's so heavy. Be careful with that. Number 11, everyone say menacing. Menacing. The synonym is intimidating and the antonym is unthreatening. It's an adjective and it means seeming likely to cause harm or danger. So this just means a bit scary, dangerous, menacing. All very similar words. In the book it says, he shook his wet hands and gave Jesse the most menacing look. You better pray for mercy. A menacing look, like, Let's read the example together. 1, 2, 3. The ferocious wolf gave a menacing growl to protect its territory. So that the other animals wouldn't come towards it. Menacing growl. Here it says, the dark clouds on the horizon looked menacing before the storm hit. Yes, I was on a walk last week and the sky looked menacing. It looked like it was about to cause some harm or danger, meaning that the skies were dark, the clouds were gloomy, and it looked like it was going to rain soon. Next one, it says the villain gave a menacing laugh before revealing his evil plan. So what would a menacing laugh be? Would it be like, ah, ha, ha, no. A menacing laugh would be like, menacing laugh. Next one, number 12. Everyone say fiddle. Fiddle. The synonym is fidget, and the part of speech is a verb. It means to touch something in a restless or nervous way. Like, I keep touching something. I keep fiddling with my hair tie. In the book it says, Megan stood there saying nothing, fiddling with the bottles. So she keeps touching the bottles and she doesn't leave it alone. Let's read the example together. 1, 2, 3. I always fiddle with my necklace when I am nervous or unsure about what to do. I sometimes do that too. I keep touching it and I'm like, I don't know what to say. I'm kind of nervous. To fiddle. Do you guys fiddle with anything? Maybe your pencil, your hair, paper? Here, it says, he started to fiddle with his pen during the meeting because he was anxious. So maybe he had to, do a presentation during the meeting, but he kept fiddling with his pencil and just kept touching it because he was nervous. Next one, it says, she fiddled with her hair, twirling around her finger when she got bored. Oh, I'm just fiddling with my hair. Next one, everyone say coordinated. Number 13, coordinated. The synonym is matched and the antonym is mismatched, meaning it's not matching. It's an adjective and it means arranged so that the colors, patterns, etc. match or look attractive together, meaning it looks good. In our book it says, do your toes green and then it will be coordinated, meaning paint your toes green and will be the same, will match together. Let's read the example together. 1, 2, 3. Their coordinated outfits were carefully planned to look nice for the show. So here, as you can see in the top, they do have a coordinated outfit. Everyone's wearing a black hat, a white shirt, black pants. It is coordinated. It's arranged. It's matched so that the colors match together. Here, it says, the colors in the living room were carefully coordinated to match the furniture. And you know what? That's exactly like my house. My table is green. My curtains are green. My cabinet over there in the kitchen is green, but everything else is white. I coordinated so that it's green and white. Next one, it says, all the students wore coordinated outfits when they went on the field trip. Yes, so maybe the teacher said, okay class, we're all gonna wear red t-shirts so that they can find each other at the field trip. So they were all coordinated and wore red. Number 14, everyone say gravelly. The synonym is husky and the antonym is high-pitched. It's an adjective and it means deep with a rough sound, especially a man's voice. Meaning a very deep voice and rough sound, not like mine. In our book it says, then he dropped his voice to a gravelly growl and said, I don't play to win, I play to pulverize. Pulverize means to beat up. Scary. Example, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. The teacher told all the sleepy students to pay attention in a gravelly voice. So what if people were sleeping in my class, I'd be like, I would not speak in a gravelly voice. Instead I would say, everybody wake up, and probably clap. But I guess here it just means to show that we're being very serious and kind of scary. Here, it says, the old man's gravelly laugh echoed in the quiet room. Ho, 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 ho. He just sounded like Santa. Next one, it says, the actor's gravelly voice was perfect for the role of a tough detective. So here he had a low voice and it's good for a tough detective because it shows that he's kind of scary. And we're done with our novel words. Let's move on to our textbook words. We are on page 119. Number 15, the word is pluck. Everyone say pluck and do this with your fingers. Pluck. The synonym is yank and it's a verb. It means to take hold of something and quickly remove it from its place. Pluck. In our textbook, it says, Belle's assistant, Thomas Watson, plucked the reed to loosen it. So we're just plucking it. Next one, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. He plucked the soft petals from the flower with his fingers. I used to do this too. Does he like me? Does he like me not? He likes me. He likes me not. And I would pluck all the flower petals. Just for fun. Here, it says she carefully plucked a rose from the garden for her bouquet. So she's making a flower bouquet and she finally just plucked one rose out of the garden. Next one, it says the guitarist expertly plucked the strings, creating a beautiful melody. So yes, also if you play violin, viola, or the cello, you can also pluck your strings, right? You're holding it like this and you have your bow. You can play your violin like this, or you can pluck, 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 pluck. Number 16, everyone say propose. Propose. The synonym is suggest and the antonym is discourage. It's a verb and it means to offer a possible plan or action for other people to consider. So you're giving them an idea to propose something. In our book, it says the development of the radio began in the 1830s with an idea proposed separately. So they just got an idea and they said, let's do it. Example, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. I like the idea the new employee proposed during the meeting. So this new employee, this new worker offered a new idea and they liked it. Here, it says they proposed working together on the project to finish it faster. So it's like, hey, I have an idea. Let's work together. We proposed an idea to work together and they finished it faster. Next line, it says, after a long debate, the students proposed to get rid of school uniforms. So they said for their conclusion, their idea was to get rid of it. Number 17, everyone say tremendously. Tremendously. The synonym is enormously and the antonym is slightly. It's an adverb and it means in an excellent or impressive way. Tremendously can also be like huge, right? In our book it says, these experiments eventually led to the development of the television, a tremendously popular communication system. So like an excellent, wow, great. When the first television was made, people were super happy about it. Next line, example, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. Efficiency improved tremendously, causing a significant increase in productivity. Meaning they were able to work better and then they worked greater. Tremendously. Here, it says, she has improved tremendously in her piano skills over the past year. So maybe she was only allowed to play like this on the piano, but now she's like, she improved tremendously. I'm also sure that your English has improved tremendously from watching my videos also. The next one, it says, he was tremendously excited about his upcoming trip abroad. Abroad means to go away on an international flight. So he was super, super, super excited, tremendously. And number 18, everyone say feature. Feature. The synonym is aspect and it is a noun. It means a typical quality or an important part of something. So it's just a feature, something about something, something important about something else. A part though. In our textbook it says, this feature enables two people to communicate through text messages that can be seen by both users as the messages are typed. Kind of like what we already have with messaging, right? Example, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. The latest version has several new features that make it desirable. So maybe there are some new cool aspects and parts about something, they just want to buy it. Let's think about something that's a bit more relatable to you guys. It says the smartphone's most impressive feature is its high resolution camera. So this phone, its awesome feature is that it's able to have a really good camera and it can take really nice pictures. The next one, it says the best feature of the high-end hotel is its stunning ocean view. So even though maybe they have another feature of like going to the pool, or maybe there's a massage or a spa, or maybe there's even a tennis court. But the best feature, the best part was the stunning ocean view. Feature. Now let's go to page 120, and these are our speech words. Everyone say assist. Assist. The synonym is help, and the antonym is hinder. It's a verb and it means to give support or aid, to help someone. Let's read the example together because there's only one. 1, 2, 3. He asked his friend to assist in moving the heavy furniture. So as you can see in the picture, this man cannot hold the sofa by himself, so he asked his friend to assist him, to help him carry the sofa. Over here, it says, the teacher asked the student to assist her in handing out papers. And say, Kimberly, can you please hand out the test papers, please? And then she goes around and passes it out. Next one, it says, the nurse was there to assist the doctor during surgery. So the doctor is there during surgery, but who's there to help and assist? The nurse. And number 20, everyone say root. Root. Yes, I know what you're thinking. The white parts, the roots of a plant, kind of similar, but not exactly here. Root. The synonym is origin, and the antonym is result. It's a noun, and this means the main cause of something, like a problem. So the main cause of a problem, maybe. So the root of something. So when we think about the root of a plant, we're thinking about the biggest part underneath the ground. Example, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. I believe the root of all evil begins with the desire for more power and money. So the biggest part, the biggest problem of evil, it starts with greediness of power and money. Let's look here. It says they finally discovered the root of the problem with the machine. So here, maybe like the printing machine. Oh man, I always have problems with the printing machine. But I couldn't find the root of the problem. The papers wouldn't come out. But then I had to open it, and then I found the root of the problem. A piece of paper was stuck on the inside. And last one, it says lack of communication was the root cause of their relationship issues. So because these two people didn't talk or say sorry or anything, they started to drift apart, and their friendship didn't keep going. It ended. Roots. Very good. Wow, I feel like this video went by super quick today. But the time says otherwise. So, mission. As the ones from before. Write 3 sentences down using 3 different vocabulary words from this week. Underline the vocabulary word. Write your name, class, and week number, please. And now it is time for you to review and self-study. This is for contextual mastery. So now review all of the words again that we just went over. Oh, not that far, just week 14. Please go back and read it out loud because I know some of you are not reading out loud with me. And then complete the vocabulary homework pages for week 14. And we are done for vocab. I'll see you in our next video for the Lemonade War. Thank you for watching, and